going to be telling you 5 tips and tricks that I've learned to overcome school anxiety. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel down below. Let's get into the video. So I was on my YouTube and I was just like looking around at stuff, and I saw this video of like someone had did similar to this, like how they were talking about like how they overcome school anxiety. And I was like, this is a perfect thing to talk about, because if you don't know, if you don't know me personally, I have a lot of anxiety as a person. I don't know why, it just be like that. Just, I feel like even since I was a little kid, I've always had like really bad anxiety. But throughout the many years I've been in school, high school, elementary school, middle school, college, I've developed some skills and tricks that have really made it a lot easier to cope with my anxiety. And you guys already know, I got a list. I always have a list. I am very type A, so I always need a list to tell y'all all the things that have got me through. So let's start with the first tip. The first tip I have is to dress to impress. This can mean like various of things, because I know like I grew up with like people always saying like always dress a certain way, you know, to always present yourself in a way. But I always be like, it was just really hard for me to do that, because why in the world would I dress up for some place I don't want to go? I don't like school. I don't like the people here. They get on my nerves. I don't care to dress up. But what I've learned is a lot of the times, especially when you're in a place where you don't want to be, like if you're taking a math class, like for instance, like I'm a theater major. I hate math. I hate math. I hate it so much. And especially because I have dyslexia and like all that, it makes my brain want to explode. But I had to like really think about like, how am I gonna graduate? So I really had to like change my mindset about certain things. So I started to think, well, what little steps can I make to make this more enjoyable? You know, I'm already scared that I won't know the answer. I'm already scared that I'm going to be overwhelmed when I get to class. But what can I make this more enjoyable for myself? And the one thing that was in my control was how I looked, you know? Like, and I mean, it doesn't even have to be like you wear makeup or like have to do the 9 down, you know, put on a, you know, ball gown to school or something like that. But it's more like, you know, getting ready for the day and like putting intention and said, okay, I'm gonna present myself in this space that when I look at myself, I feel good. And even though this is challenging, I know that I'm putting effort into showing people that I'm trying my best. And for me, that was a lot for like how I looked, you know. Even now, like when I'm in college, I try to put my best foot forward. And like, so when I enter a room, I know that I put a lot of effort into myself. So I know that like it's a little different than high school and college, because with college, I want to be here. Like, I want to learn. I want to be something after I graduate. Like, I'm design theater. I want to be a lighting designer. So when I go to those classes, I want to present myself in a way I want to be here. This is hard, but I'm still going to try my best, and I'm going to present myself to my best. And for me, it makes me feel a lot better. Like, it makes me feel like I'm trying, you know? And so if I take a picture for the day, or if I pick a picture, or like, you know, you go on Snapchat, you take a picture, like, this shit is killing me right now, this is the hardest shit I've ever learned in my life. At least I'll look back at those pictures and I'll be like, damn, at least I was cute. At least I was cute doing it, because I was trying to wrap my mind around those things, and then later down the road I'll be like, yeah, that thing used to be so fucking hard to do. But now I look at it and I'll be like, damn, I'm so glad I showed up as my best when I was learning those things that I didn't even think I was capable of doing. But yeah, I think definitely dress to impress, dress to show people that this is hard, but I'm still gonna do my best. I'm putting all my effort into everything, and I'm gonna my appearance is showing you that. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. The second tip that I have for like overcoming anxiety for school and stuff like that is to set up a good morning routine for yourself during the semester. I talked about this like in a previous video, and like I feel like that's like my whole channel is talking about routine, because setting up a routine for yourself is like the most important thing to me. Like, if you have a class at 12 and you're just waking up for it at 11, like, I can't even, like, unless you like running late or whatever, but I can't even fathom to do that, because it makes you feel, for me personally, it makes me feel like I'm already behind. I'm already like scrambling. I'm already like, what do I wear? What do I did I make sure I have everything in my book bag? Did I make sure I have all this? Did I eat breakfast? Did I need to brush my teeth? I need to work out. I need to do this. And it's just like, it makes me want to like jump off a bridge, and it just makes me feel super overwhelmed, and it gives me an extreme amount of anxiety that I could have avoided if I set up a routine for myself. So it's really, really important to set up a routine. And I could go into detail of like how your routine should be, but it's different for everybody. Like for me, like I know that I need to meditate in the morning. I need to get my mind ready for the day. I need to set the tone for the day. I need to write in my journal. I need to look at some affirmations. I need to listen to some music. I need to set time aside to put on makeup. I need to set time aside to work out. So that's like a lot of things. So, but it's something that is very important for me in my life, but it may be different for you. But I think that it's really important to set that time in the morning to just get time to get yourself together, so you don't have to feel like extremely overwhelmed. And especially like it's the first, imagine like it's the first day of school and you didn't prep shit, you know, and you're just like, well, I'm just gonna wing this shit. The amount of anxiety you're about to put on yourself is gonna, it's gonna be crazy. So like, you could easily just say all the things you need to do before the night before. And this goes into the tip 3, is to set up a night routine for yourself. Set up all the things the night before and just figure out what is the most important thing that I need to do for that morning. Write it down that night. I'm a shower at night type girl. Take a shower, write. If you don't want to write in your journal in the morning, write in your journal at night. Brain dump at night. But it's really important to set aside a time where you're not working, you're not doing homework, you're not doing anything, you're just having time for you. And really figuring out what is good for you before you go to school and you learn all this information and you get home and you're just like, so it's like me time is the best time you should have with yourself. You time, me time. Yeah, but that was that went into step. Dang, can't talk. That went into tip 3, like set a night routine for yourself. Make sure like you're prepping your dinner at night, prep your breakfast at night, show out what workout videos you want to do in the morning. Like for me, I don't really have to do that because I literally just walk and I jump my rope. But I set a time, like how long am I going to do that for? 30 minutes. I usually do it for 30 minutes or so. But for you, it might be longer. But like it's really important to set those things up for yourself. So it just eases. That's like, I have to say, that's like one of the biggest tips. Like that, it eases so much anxiety for me, is setting those routines, set up those morning routines and those night routines. It just makes things but yeah. So tip 4 I have is to set realistic goals into going into the semester. This is something that I've like really had to be real with myself, because I feel like throughout like just me being in school from elementary to high school, even a little bit in college, it's changed a little bit now, but like I felt like I was making extremely unrealistic goals going into a new semester or going into a new school year, because I didn't make all A's until I really got to college, because I actually started to set realistic goals for myself until I got to college. Because like I feel like, I don't know, like I'm the type of person, if it's not perfect, I'm not gonna do it. And then that would show my grades in high school. And plus I have a learning disability, so I would try to know those things about myself and just kind of like, well, I'm gonna just do what everybody else do and I'm gonna do my best. And then it would make me extremely overwhelmed. It would give me extreme anxiety because I was not using the resources or not being real with myself, and it showed in my grades. Like I would be like, I wasn't making like F's or anything, but I would be like, ABC girl, ABC. And it was like, sometimes I wish I could just go back in time and just like tell myself like, let's be real. Like, but like, I think that caused me a lot of anxiety because I was set so high expectations for myself. And then when I didn't set those expectations, I would just quit and I would just half-ass everything. So it's really important to set realistic goals. And it's something that'll help you look forward to something. Because if you're just like, oh, I need to do this, this is gonna like, this is just what I need to do. I need to do all this, but it's just not necessarily like that. And yeah, school is important, but school shouldn't be your whole life. It shouldn't be your whole personality as a person. So it's like, set realistic goals, you know? Yeah. I can talk about a few of my goals for the semester. Like for my goal, because I am a senior this year, a super senior, a realistic goal for me is to graduate. That's something simple, something straight to the point, and I could actually see that happening. A realistic goal for me is to get all A's. I can see that happening because I applied myself throughout the semesters. When I didn't set those realistic goals, I can set up a strategy for myself to get to that point. And I could actually use the resources that I need instead of just like saying I need to do this all by myself. And it's important. It's very important to use your resources. Yeah, and what's another goal? Another goal for me is to work on my senior capstone, and set a time manage all the things I need to do with my homework, working on my capstone, and setting me time, setting up good morning routine, set up good night routine, and doing things outside of school. That's a big goal too, like doing things outside of school, because I want to graduate and I want to have a lot of other resources outside of school. So Sorry if y'all hear the lawnmower, somebody decided to cut the grass. But yeah, it's just really important to set those goals for yourself so you won't get so stuck in the moment saying like, I have to do this, I have to do this, and it just gives you unnecessary anxiety, and it makes you get into a freeze response like me. So yeah, and the last final tip, the fifth one, is be happy with the unknown. Now it has taken me a very, very, very long time to get to this point. The idea of being happy with the unknown is terrifying. It's like one of the scariest feelings in the world because you literally have no control. You don't know the emotion, you don't know the feeling, you don't know like where is this taking me. I'm scared. I'm scared. I think it's really, really important to go into new experiences with an open mind, because if you stay in the mindset you had from a year ago, you're not gonna grow. You're not gonna achieve the things that you want, because a lot of, like 95% of the things that I feel like people want, they don't reach because they're not comfortable with being uncomfortable. Will lead to so many amazing, I mean amazing things in life. I know, like last semester I did a lot of things that I would never in my life do. Didn't feel like I was capable of doing those things. I didn't feel like I was strong enough. I didn't feel like I didn't even picture myself in those spaces. But sometimes you have to let fear lead you. And I know I was watching somebody's video yesterday, and they were talking about, it literally felt like when they did something scary, it felt like they opened like a whole different portal for their life, a whole different like universe. And it's just crazy because it's literally, that's how it feels. And doing the things that scare you can like lead you to just so many amazing things in life, things that you just can't even imagine. But yeah, I think that's the biggest tip, is going into the school year, just don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to be open-minded. Don't be afraid to join that club. Don't be afraid to audition for that thing. Don't be afraid to read that book. Don't be afraid to go to that yard party. Don't be afraid to stay up a little late and hang out with your friends. Yeah, just don't be afraid to be yourself and try different things. But yeah, just don't be afraid to just be yourself, have fun. That's what school's for, to grow. You're not gonna be the same person your freshman year that you are your senior year. I'll take that. And it should be a fun experience. So when you look back, you just be like, damn, I really did that shit. I really did that shit. Even though I was super scared as fuck, and I did that shit, you know? You could say. But anyway, this phone is cut off so many times during this video. But I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I hope you found this video helpful. I love making this video. It's just so crazy that I get to make this video, because like, it's still things that I struggle with, and sometimes I have to remind myself of these things, and it helps me a lot in life. This phone cuts off again, I'm gonna scream. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel down below. And I'm glad to do more talking videos. It seems like y'all really like the talking videos, so I will continue making these types of videos. But let me get off before this phone cut off again, talking about having no more storage.